You said my name like it meant forever, but your hands were always halfway gone. I learned to read your silence better than the promises you leaned on. I wore your doubts like they were diamonds, shining just to keep you near. I kept forgiving all your timing while you disappear. You loved me when it was convenient, held me close, then pulled away. I was your secret on the weekend, your ghost by Monday. I was almost loved, but not enough. Almost chosen, never sure. You touched my heart, then called my bluff. Leave me wanting more. I gave you all my broken trust. You gave me reasons to cry. I was almost loved, but not enough to make you stay this time. I memorized the sound of leaving and the way you said goodbye. You said, baby, I still need you, but never asked me why. I built a home inside your chaos, painted hope on every wall, but you were just passing through me, never planned to fall. You loved me in the quiet moments when no one else could see. But when the world was watching closely, you let go of me. I was almost loved, but not enough. Almost yours, but always free. You'd swear my pain was all in love, then blame it all on me. I begged until I broke for us. Still you needed space to lie. I was almost loved, but not enough to make you try. Maybe someday you'll feel this echo in an empty room at night, when no one stays and no one saves you from the way you lost a good thing twice. I hope she asked the questions I was too scared to say. I hope you feel my absence every time you walk away. I was almost loved, but not enough to heal the parts you touched. You held my soul with careless hands, then said it was too much. So I'm learning how to let you go without hating who you are. I was almost loved, but I deserve more than almost served. I keep your name in the quiet, like a prayer I never say. Your jacket's still on my chair, like you might walk in one day. We were close, but never chosen. Almost love, almost true. I learned how to be lonely in a room made just for two. You held my hand your breathing. Every lie you said was true. I played strong, played patient while I waited on you. I blame myself for wanting what you never planned to give. You said I meant everything, but not enough to live in it. You kissed me like a promise, then left me like a choice. I learned silence is louder when it's spoken in your voice. I was almost, but not yours. I was midnight, not the dawn. You loved me when it was easy, then disappear when it was wrong. I gave you all my feelings. You gave it all. I was almost, but not yours, and that's the hardest part. Now I'm learning how to breathe again without your weight on my chest. I loved you at my deepest. You love me at your best. And maybe that's the reason I'm the only one in pain. You lost something convenient. I lost everything I gained. I was almost, but not yours. Just a chapter, not the end. You'll forget my name someday. I remember who I am. I'll take back all my feelings, piece by broken part. I was almost, but not yours. Now I'm learning how to restart. I was almost, but never yours. You never said you wanted me, but you never let me go. You kept me in the late night calls when nobody would know. I learned your favorite secrets while hiding on my own. I was there when you were lonely, but alone when you went home. You said my name like a whisper, like it was something wrong. I was your hidden feeling. You were my only song. You loved me in silence, in the dark, out of sight. I was your comfort on the phone, but invisible in life. You held me when it suited you, let me cry on my own. You love me in silence. Now I'm learning to let go. You showed up when it was empty, when the world had turned away. But when love asked for honesty, you never chose to stay. I wore my my heart out in the open. You wore yours like a disguise. I believed in all your moments. You believed in all your lies. You promised me forever, but never said it loud. I was something you felt deeply, but never said out proud. You love me in silence, in the dark, out of sight. I was your comfort on the phone, but invisible in life. You held me when it suited you, let me cry on my own. You love me in silence, now I'm learning to let go. I deserve more than secrets, more than late night pain. If loving me was shameful, you should've walked away. I won't beg for permission to be somebody's choice. I'm done being your silence, I'm finding my own voice. You love me inside, but I won't anymore. I won't live in the shadow. I know what my heart's for. I gave you all my patience, you gave me none in return. You love me in silence, now it's your turn to learn. You love me in silence, I won't love you there again.
I felt it before I saw it, the distance in your eyes. Your laughter sounded different, like you were living another life. You stopped saying goodnight, stopped asking how my day had been. I was still loving you deeply, while you were letting someone in. You said I was overthinking, said nothing had changed at all. But love doesn't leave there quietly, without a reason to fall. Someone took my place, without a word, without a fight. You gave her all the time that I begged for every night. I was slowly losing you, while you were moving on. Someone new took my place, and you didn't tell me you were gone. I noticed the little changes. Your phone turned face down now. You smiled at messages, you wouldn't explain how. I asked if I was enough, you said I was too much. I was fighting for us, you were already in love. You called it just a feeling, said I was seeing things. But I know how your heart sounds when it belongs to someone else again. Someone new took my place, without a word, courage to tell me to my face, instead of letting me believe I still had my place. I was loyal through the silence, faithful through the pain. You were writing her name while I was praying you'd stay. Someone new took my place. Now I'm learning how to breathe. I won't beg to be remembered, I'll just learn how to leave. If love is meant to be honest, I deserve the truth from you. Someone new took my place, and now I'm choosing me too. You didn't lose me slowly, you replaced me. Your coffee still tastes like you, even though you're not around. Your silence fills the hallway, louder than any sound. You said we talk tomorrow, like tomorrow each day. But you took all your promises and walked the other way. No screaming, no fighting, just a door left half closed. You disappeared so gently, like I wouldn't notice. You left without goodbye, no last words, no tears, just a space where love used to be, and a house full of fears. I keep checking my phone, like you might still care. You left without goodbye, like I was never there. I replay every moment, searching for the sign, the second when your heart stopped beating next to mine. You smile like nothing's wrong while packing up your lies. I was holding on to us while you were saying goodbye. You didn't break me loudly, you just let me fall. Sometimes the quiet endings hurt the most of all. You left without goodbye, no last words, no tears, just a space where love used to be, and a house full of fears. I keep checking my phone, like you might still care. You left without goodbye, like I was never there. I would've begged you to stay if I knew it was the end, but you chose to disappear instead of being honest then. Now I'm learning how to heal from words you never said. The cruelest kind of heartbreak is the one you never end. Left without goodbye, just shadows in your place. I'm slowly letting go of the memory of your face. If love was something real, we were too scared to try. You left without goodbye, and that's how love can die. No goodbye, just gone. I learned your shadow before your name. Fell in love with the way you almost stayed. Every promise whispered, half explained. I was holding hope, you were holding space. You touched my hand like you meant forever, but your eyes were already saying goodbye. I read the truth in the quiet letters. Every time you said, give it time. I was almost yours, but never enough. Almost chosen, but easy to cut. You held me close when you felt alone, then left me here with the love you loaned. A broken silence. You slept just fine. Almost your heart, but never mind. I memorized the sound of your doubt. Every pause when my name came out. I gave you peace, you gave me questions. Loved you real, you loved the moment. I built a home in the space between. You maybe someday and not right now. I waited for you to fight for me, but you were too busy finding out. I was almost yours, but never enough. Almost chosen, but easy to cut. You held me close when you felt alone, then left me here with the love you loaned. I broke in silence. You slept just fine. Almost your heart, but never mind. If loving you was a losing game, I played it slow, I played it fair. You never said my heart was safe, but I stayed anyway, I stayed right there. Now I'm learning how to let you go. I'm learning every word you said. You weren't cruel, just unavailable, and that's the part that hurts the best. I was almost yours, now I'm letting go of the dream I had of us alone. You forgive me like a passing sign. I remember you every time. I loved you real. You loved the line. Almost your heart, but never mind. Almost loved me. Almost stayed. Almost everything, but walked away. I felt you leaving before you said a word. Your touch got lighter, your silence louder. I kept pretending I didn't hurt, so you wouldn't feel guilty walking out. I packed your name in every prayer, still made space for you to stay. But love shouldn't feel like holding breath, waiting on someone halfway. So I let you go first, before you forgot my face. I chose my heart over your hesitation. You needed distance, I needed grace. I loved you more than it hurt, but not enough to lose myself. So I let you go first, for my own health. You said it's not that I don't care, but care doesn't disappear. I read the truth between your lines, every excuse was crystal clear. I stayed soft while breaking inside. You stayed unsure the whole time. I stopped asking you to choose when I learned how to choose me. So I let you go first, before you forgot my face. I chose my heart over your hesitation. You needed distance, I needed grace. I loved you more than it hurt, but not enough to lose myself. So I let you go first, for my own help. Maybe in another life you'd be ready, I'd be free. But timing isn't kind of love that's afraid to breathe. I won't rewrite who we were. I won't regret what I gave. I just won't stay where I'm unsure if I'm meant to be replaced. So I let you go first, and I finally exhale. Some loves don't end in fire, they fade, they fail. I'll miss you, that's the worst, but I'll survive it myself. Let you go first, now I'm lost and I chose myself. No slam doors, no last fight, just a heart choosing life. You held my hand when no one saw. Love me best behind closed doors. In daylight, I was just a name. You never dared to say you kissed me like you'd miss me, then erased me by the morning. I was real when it was easy, invisible when it mattered. I loved you in private, you loved me in pieces. I gave you my whole heart, you gave me your reasons. I hid every bruise from the truth, defended you like lovers do. I loved you the blame. Your world stayed clean, untouched. Mine broke just out of sight. You said it's complicated, like that made it okay. But love that needs to hide is love that fades. I loved you in private, you loved me in pieces. I gave you my whole heart, you gave me your reasons. I hid every bruise from the truth, defended you like lovers do. I loved you in private, you never loved me out loud. If loving you was bravery, why did I feel ashamed? If I was really everything, why couldn't you say my name? But I don't whisper anymore, I don't shrink to fit your fear. If you can't stand beside my heart, you don't deserve to be here. I loved you in private, I'm healing in public. No more half love, no more almost. I'm done being the secret you keep, done bleeding quietly. I loved you in private, now I love me openly. No more shadows, no more doubt. If it's love, say it out loud. You saw my heart typing all night, 3 dots dancing, then goodbye. Every "are you okay?" stayed blue. Guess silence was your truth. I counted hours, counted signs. You counted ways to waste my time. I gave you space, you gave me none. Just left me hanging on. I was left on red by love. No reply, no reason why. I poured my soul, you screwed enough, then let the feeling die. You watch my tears from far above, like I was nothing, just a phase. I was left on red by love, and still I stayed. Priest Autumn needed something light, but held me through the darkest nights. You borrowed warmth and pulled away, like feelings don't leave stains. You touched me like a habit, loved me like a trend. I was always there for you, you were gone again. I was left on red by love. No reply, no reason why. I poured my soul, you screwed enough, then let the feeling die. You watch my tears from far above, like I was nothing, just a phase. I was left on red by love, and still I stay. Now my phone is quiet too, but my heart still waits for you. Funny how I learned too late. Love shouldn't hesitate. I was left unread by love, unread, undone, erased. You closed the door without a word. I stood in the space. Now I'm learning how to trust the silence when you fade. I was left unread by love, but I walked away. No reply, no goodbye, just a heart offline. We talked in looks, never in truth. Smiles hiding everything we couldn't do. Your phone stayed quiet, so did your heart. I heard your feelings in the parts you skipped. You said my name like it was a secret, like someone else might hear. Every time I leaned in closer, you disappeared. It was love that couldn't speak. Hands tied, hearts on mute. We felt everything too deep, but never said the truth. I was screaming in my sleep. You were silent next to me. It was love that couldn't speak. I learned your moods, your walls, your fear. How you loved me when nobody was near. In public, I was just a friend. In private, I was everything. You held me like you'd lose me, then left like I was gone. Every promise died between what if and it. It was love that couldn't speak. Hands tied, hearts on mute. We felt everything too deep, but never said the truth. I was screaming in my sleep. You were silent next to me. It was love that couldn't speak. If love is brave, we were afraid. If love is loud, we whisper pain. I waited for you to choose my name, but you chose comfort over frame. Now I talk to ghosts of us, say the words you never tried. I loved you out loud in my head. You loved me quiet by my side. It was like ours just stayed silent inside.